Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 through 5. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which are of old, men of renown. And God saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Legends throughout the world have spoken of a race of giants that once walked the earth. But are they legends? If they are merely legends, then how can we have skeletal remains of human giants, 8 to 12 feet tall, that have been discovered all over the world, throughout history, and even further back? In America alone, there have been over 1,500 newspaper accounts as far back as the 1800s. On the island of Catalina, California, in 1920, 3,781 skeletons of a race of blonde-haired giants were found and exhumed. In fact, there are real accounts of exhumed giants with double rows of teeth, and in some cases, 6 fingers. If this is so, where is the evidence? Many have accused the Smithsonian Institution of covering up these discoveries, locking the giant skeletons away and depriving the public of their findings. But the Smithsonian insists that no physical specimens of such creatures remain, and that they never existed. This stunning revelation, the Smithsonian conspiracy, and factual case studies are revealed and examined in A Race of Giants.
Numbers chapter 13, verses 23 through 24. When they reached the valley of Eshcol, they cut off a branch bearing a single cluster of grapes. 2 of them carried it on a pole between them, along with some pomegranates and figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes the Israelites cut up there. Numbers chapter 13, verses 30 through 33. Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, We should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it. But the men who had gone up with him said, We can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are. And they spread among the Israelites a bad report about the land they had explored. They said, The land we explored devours those living in it. All the people we saw there are of great size. We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak, who come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 4 through 7. A champion named Goliath, who was from Gath, came out of the Philistine camp. His height was 6 cubits in span. He had a bronze helmet on his head and wore a coat of scale armor, bronze weighing 5,000 shekels. On his legs he wore bronze greaves, and the bronze javelin was slung on his back. His spear shaft was like a weaver's rod, and its iron point weighed 600 shekels. His shield bearer went ahead of him. 2 Samuel chapter 21, verse 16. And Ishbi-benob, who was of the sons of the giant, the weight of whose spear weighed 300 shekels of brass in weight, he, being girded with a new sword, thought to have slain David. Amos chapter 2, verse 9. Yet I destroyed the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was strong as the oaks. Yet I destroyed his fruit from above and his roots from beneath. 1 Chronicles, chapter 20, verse 8. These were born unto the giant in Gath, and they fell upon the hand of David, and by the hand of his servants. The book of Enoch, chapter 15, verses 1 through 11. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither, hear my voice, and go and say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for men, and not men for you. Wherefore have ye left the high and holy and eternal heavens, and lain with women, and defiled yourself with the daughters of men, and taken yourselves wives, and have done like the children of the earth, and begotten giants as your sons? And though ye were holy, spiritual, living, and eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also who died and perish. Therefore I have given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you are formerly spiritual, living eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you. For as for spiritual ones of heaven, in heaven there is dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spiritual flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on the earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall their dwelling. But as for the spirits of earth which were born upon earth, on earth shall be their dwelling. And for the spirits of the giants afflicted, oppress, destroy, attack, and battle work destruction on earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men, and against women, because they have proceeded from them.